The three things that we want to show all of you here today with the Dr. Dish, using it is in the team setting, will be the first one. So we'll do some basic drills with the players. If you were here earlier, you've probably seen some of the driving kick action, some of the shooting things that we did. But we'll keep it really simple so that we can show you guys kind of, the team setting of the players and being able to use it this way. The second thing that we'll do is we'll show you our Skill Builder technology. Now with the Skill Builder, you're able to create workouts around your players. So this can be an individual thing, it can be a small group thing, and what you're going to be able to do is tailor those workouts with the machine around the player and track their stats. The last thing that we'll show with the machine is the ability to move it away from the hoop, and then also train some post play and some game location passing. So like Coach Liam said, like Nick said, having a machine like this is crucial to any program or organization. We've seen a lot of schools back in the States that have made a great transition with their players and skill development by having one of these machines. If you want to do some of these drills before practice, the machine also allows for you to set goals as well. So say you have 5 minutes before practice and you want your guys to get up 200 to 300 shots, you can set those goals on the dish and try to track your progress over time with that as well. So you can see the progress over time of not only your team, but each individual player. So there's a lot of different things with the dish in the team setting that you can use it for. You can use it for the half-court shooting, whether you have 12 to 13 players. You can do it in the full-court setting. We have some drills on our website that show the machine used kind of in a transition setting as well. And like I said, you can use the machine in a variety of different ways with your players during practice, after practice, and before practice as well. So the guys here are working on just a simple handoff into the shot. Now just imagine if you don't have the machine here, how many balls are kind of flying all over the place. Guys are running around trying to get rebounds. They're trying to get the ball to the middle of the line. They're trying to get back to their spots. But as you can see, this is free flowing. We're going to get a ton of shots up. Already in a minute and 30 seconds, we've already taken over 30-some shots for the players here. So at the end of the day, we know that the name of the game is skill development. Okay, you don't know the level of player you're going to get, boy or girl, into your program. You have no idea. But if you have the opportunity and the ability to give them the tools, all right, to take their game to the next level, to help develop their skill development, that's where you're going to help grow your team and your organization as well. So, Nick, if you want to go ahead and pause that. Let's give these guys a hand. They've done a tremendous job. We kind of threw them out there, and they did a great job with this one. So you guys can sit down. We'll have one player stay out here. I think Nick talked to somebody. You guys can go ahead and take a seat. Now, one of the coolest things with our machines actually is our Skill Builder technology. So bear with me here while I try to explain this. We have an online data system hooked up with our mobile app that allows for you coaches, at the comfort of your own home or at your job or wherever that you may be, to build workouts online. So essentially what that means is you can create drills and stack them together. All right, so for this one, what we've actually done is we've created a 5-star shooting drill in which he's going to run to 5 different locations and shoot 10 shots. Now, after he shoots 10 shots, he's going to transition right into ball handling for 45 seconds. Now, the cool thing about it is the machine, you don't need to program anything. This was already created beforehand. We created it actually just sitting over there. Now, he's going to run through, and everything that he's doing right now is being tracked by location. So after this entire workout, we're going to be able to see kind of the statistics and get that feedback on him. So one more time, he's going to go through and shoot these 5. Now, with our Skill Builder technology, you can add as many shooting drills as you want. You can add in conditioning, you can add in ball handling, you can add in agility drills, whatever you want. And once again, these drills are sequenced together. Okay, so all the player has to do after you've created that workout is walk up to the dish and hit go like Nick did with his cell phone right there. And once again, all these stats are tracked. So he's going to shoot his last shot, and as you guys can see on the front, the machine says dribble. So he'll walk up, get the basketball, and then now we'll do triple moves, whatever you want them to do. So if you have some full court ball handling drills, if you have some conditioning ball handling drills that you want your player to do, you can set the time on there. So we set it for 60 seconds. You can do it for 30 seconds. You can do it for 2 minutes. But the machine, once again, is going to transition to each one of these. Now, the first shooting drill, we only set it for 10 shots. Okay, we're trying to save your guys' time here. But you could do anything in terms of making 20 shots, making 10 shots in a row. It could be a time limit of, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, depending on what the player wants. And once again, you're pairing these drills back to back to back. The crucial thing is you're able to design these workouts around your player's strengths and weaknesses. So if they struggle from the three-point line, you can get them into the locations to help them out. So go ahead and put the ball back in, buddy. And then now he's going to transition to the free throw line. As time ends, the machine is going to move. Once again, no programming needed. So we set it for a tempo of 7 seconds in between each free throw. And then once again, after he shoots the free throws, okay, all of the stats of this entire workout will be tracked. So we'll know how he shot in the 5-star shooting, and we'll know how he shot from the free throw line. Now, all this data will go to our online training system, and so you as a coach have access to this. So if you're sending out, your players, your team, different workouts, if you have an off-season program that you've created and you send to them, what you're going to be able to do is track their progress over time. Okay, so they'll be able to go online, see a heat map of the entire court, and see their different percentages. And so now you can bring these players in and say, hey, you know what? You're shooting, not so good from the wing, but we're doing a great job at the free throw line. Now, this is crucial in terms of player development because you need to know where your players can play, right? If he comes in here by himself and there's no coaches here and he's getting shots up, and you say, hey, how did you do today? You might say, I got 200 shots up, 300 shots up. But you don't know if you for sure got that many shots up, and we don't know how many shots he made with that. But with our system, you don't even have to be in the gym. All right, all those stats are going to be tracked and automatically uploaded to you, and then you'll be able to see that progress once again over time. The name of the game is skill development. All right, in America especially, every top program has a machine like this to help their players maximize their potential. Now, the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to show the machine used away from the hoop. Now, traditional shooting machines, you're only allowed to really use it underneath the hoop for shooting. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to create a complete training system. Now, raise your hand if you have some post players that do some work, maybe some inside-outside players on your team. Okay, so with our machine, we're not limited to only taking outside shots. What we can do actually is move the machine away and swivel the net, and it almost becomes a glove in which the player can pass the basketball back. So what I'm going to do here quickly is take off this shot counter. Nick's going to turn the machine, and then what we're going to do is swivel the entire net system and then put the rack on. Now, once again, if you got post players and they're in here by themselves, or if you're a coach and you want to bang with them and you want to work with them and not really worry about making that pass, you can set up the machine this way and fire out the passes straight to the player. You can also select multiple locations where I'm working inside and outside. We had Zach LaVine from the Chicago Bulls. He's come to the facility and worked with me quite a bit, and he only uses the machine away. He actually has one at home as well. You okay, Nick? So he has a machine at home as well, and he only uses the machine away from the hoop. Now, the reason why he likes it that way is he wants to receive game location passing. We know that you're not going to receive every single pass underneath the hoop, so this is a great way if you got players and you have them coming off down screens and you want to get that pass here just like they would in the game. It's a great way to do that. So, for example, so you guys can see, if I'm posting up, Nick can make the pass here. He's using the remote system. I can get the basket, do a move, finish at the hoop, and then I'm going to toss it right back, and then it's going to roll down the rim. Now, once again, we can program it to be any location on the court. Okay? We went out to Las Vegas not too long ago, and we did some filming with Joe Abundasar. He's one of the best NBA trainers out there. He had a lot of his players coming through high-level big guys where they would start on the wing, they would come across, flash in the lane, receive the basketball, make a move, finish, kick it back to the dish, hustle back out, and the next one's coming through. So just imagine the amount of reps that you can get in with your players and the amount of different things you can do with the machine. Now, to finish up, okay, the focus of us in the machine is to make sure that we're taking each and every player's game to the next level. We've identified pain points for coaching, the lack of time, okay, accountability. Those are big things. You don't necessarily know what your players are doing all the time. And the excitement factor, okay? Some of these guys here, they got on the machine, you could see that they're excited to get a lot of shots up, try some new stuff. Think about how cool it would be to be able to create workouts based around your players' strengths and weaknesses and push that out. Think about how cool it would be to say, hey, this is our system. We do a lot of multi-cut things. I'm going to build drills and skills around that so my players are ready when they step onto the court. The other thing is we've partnered, like Nick said, with the best trainers in the world. Okay, Drew Hanlon, some of you probably have heard of him. He was on ESPN not too long ago. He's trained Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, Mo Bamba now, who was just recently drafted. All right, these guys all work with us, and they all have our machines. And what we've done is we've created complete workouts with them, and we host them on our sources, on our database. So what you can do with our systems is go online, your players, your coaches, your trainers, jump on there, and you can get this high-level content from them. So whether it's an individual move, if your players want to get better, they can hear pro tips from these guys, or multi-cut sets as well that we did with Joe Abundasar. It's a great way to get the players in the gym excited about working out, excited about getting better, and then ultimately maximizing their potential. So once again, if you have the time after and you can chat with us, please do. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We'd love to get a machine to everybody out here. I can't tell you enough how much it's helped some of the players that I've worked with and some of the cool things you can do. So thanks again for your time. Really appreciate it.